And hello again, please like, share, and subscribe. Today we are going to make some smoked Southern style green bean casserole. You are going to need some green beans. I prefer the thicker cut for this recipe. I'm using 1 can of the 28 ounce, and then I'm gonna use a smaller can of the 14.5 ounce. There it is. So 1 large can, 1 small can. You'll need a cream of something. I prefer cream of chicken or cream of chicken with herbs. I do not like mushrooms. That's why I'm using this. Most recipes you'll see it calls for mushrooms, but if you don't like mushrooms, you're going to have to sub it for something. So I'm a chicken girl and I know I can't go wrong with this. So I'm doing the cream of chicken. They also have cream of chicken with herb, cream of chicken plain. So either one that you want to get. They also have cream of celery too. So it just kind of depends on what you like. I don't like mushrooms, but if you like mushrooms, feel free to use that in this recipe. 3/4 cup of milk. Use your choice of cheese. I'm going to use a little bit of each, just depending on how cheesy you really want it. But I do recommend using some sharp cheddar at least out of all of these. So I'll use some sharp cheddar, some creamy melt mozzarella, and some Mexican, my favorite. Also, don't forget your Parmesan cheese, freshly grated. You are going to need some French onions, 1 tablespoon of adobo, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. So I have some smoked turkey necks. I just purchased these, so you can see they're still frozen. So I'm going to go ahead and boil these to help get them kind of thawed out a little bit. It will also help reduce some of the salt. So I'm going to boil these first, and then I'm going to pick the meat off of the bone slowly. I'm going to mix a trio of these 3. So I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of butter, and half a yellow onion. Half tablespoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Now, if you don't have any smoked meat on hand, feel free to get some liquid smoke. Okay, I'm gonna slowly pick apart the turkey neck and just kind of shred it in small pieces. And I cooked this for 2 hours on high heat, just so you know. Let's add in the butter, 1 hefty tablespoon. Add in the 1 tablespoon of garlic. Now let's add in those onions. Go ahead and preheat that oven, 350. So I'm starting off with some rinsed green beans. Because they're canned, I gave them an extra rinse due to the salt, but I'm sure there's still some on there. Let's add in the cream of chicken with herb. Let's add in the garlic, butter, onion trio. I'm adding in my smoked meat. One tablespoon of adobo, or you can just use salt. Half tablespoon of paprika. 1 teaspoon of pepper. 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. Now add in your cheese. You're gonna see me sprinkle in various cheeses. It'll probably be a total of about 1.5 cups. I'm kind of eyeballing it, so I don't have exact measurements on the cheese. The cheese is really up to you. How cheesy do you want it? I just want to taste a little bit of each cheese, so mine will end up being about 1.5 cups. And what I'm putting in now is some Parm because I just love Parmesan. Now I'm gonna throw in some Mexican. But again, I'm just eyeballing this. And then I'm going to do a little of the creamy mozzarella cheese, just to make it a little bit more creamy. Now let's add in that 3/4 cup of milk. Now throw in your fried onions. It's up to you how much you want to use. There's not a lot in this pack. Like honestly, this is kind of all that's in there. They give you all this bag, but there's only like this much in here. So I'm gonna probably end up using like half now, and then I'm going to sprinkle on the other half 5 minutes before I take the dish out. This is going to run total about 40 minutes total. I'm going to do 35 minutes, 350, and then 5 minutes, I'm going to pull it out, sprinkle the rest of these onions on here, and then let it bake for another 5 minutes. Probably throw a little more cheese on too. So let it bake for like 35 minutes. The last 5 minutes, I'm going to throw in some more French onion, and I'm going to throw in some more cheese. All right, now it's time to mix all of this up. Time to transfer to our pan. This is my cute little baking dish, and I'm going to put some cooking spray along the side. This will cook for a total of 40 minutes, 350. And then the last 5 minutes, I'm going to add in some more French onions, and I'm going to add in some more cheese. Now this is 35 minutes later. It looks so good and cheesy. I don't think we need much more cheese, but since I already grated this Parm, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw on this last bit of Parm just because I already shredded it. And then just throw in a little bit more of the fried onions. The other option, if you want a crispy top, you can put this on high heat for the last 5 minutes on broil.